Thanks to some disabled World War II soldiers, one of America's favorite sports was modified so people with disabilities could play.
That's right. Ever since it was invented back in 1945, wheelchair basketball has been gaining enthusiastic players, both male and female. It's one of the most popular adaptive sports in high school and college. And one of the country's best players is Jackson Atwood, from Spokane Valley, Washington. We first met Jackson when he recently competed in the TV series, All Round Champion.
9 exceptional athletes representing 9 separate sports have left their families and friends to compete in the ultimate sports competition.
It's the ultimate competition because there's a unique twist. You have to compete in sports that are not your own. Jackson, that sounds pretty fun, but also pretty challenging, no?
It was at first. It did take a couple of tries and understanding of what the new sport is to fully kind of immerse yourself in it. But once you get there, it's really fun, and it's a little bit of challenge at start, but you get used to it really quick.
Probably because you're such a natural athlete. Tell us a bit about yourself.
I've been doing adaptive sports for, I think, 8 years now. And it's been great. I started off with wheelchair basketball and wheelchair track, and I am currently in college for wheelchair basketball.
What does it take to be good at wheelchair basketball?
It takes a lot of teamwork, trust, and just a lot of practice. I mean, there's a lot of different roles you can play, and if you just practice, practice makes smart. Perfect practice makes perfect, is what my coach says. So if you can follow that, then you're well on your way to being a good athlete.
The net for wheelchair basketball is the same height as in the NBA, 10 feet. So what's harder, dribbling or shooting?
I would have to say if you first get in a chair, dribbling is definitely the hardest because you kind of need to know what the rules are. And the rules, you need to push 2 times and then a dribble. You can dribble in between those pushes, but if you push 3 times and then dribble, that's a trouble. So it's kind of hard to understand that and dribble with the basketball chair because you might hit the basketball chair.
That does sound very difficult. Besides basketball, what other sports have you done?
The second sport that I've done the most is wheelchair track, and I have competed internationally. The highest form of competition I was in was the 2020 Paralympic trials. I was really close to the Paralympics, but didn't make that. But I also did wheelchair fencing. I went to Colorado Springs for a little clinic there. It was really fun. And then I've done wheelchair tennis in college. Did that last year. And I had only a couple days of practice of tennis. Then we went all the way down to Florida for a competition. So that was definitely really fun.
Nice. There's an organization in the city of Spokane that's open to all people with disabilities. It's called Parasports Spokane. You've said that Parasports changed you. How exactly?
Before I started Parasport, I would do able-bodied sports. I did soccer, wrestling, and it never really stuck with me because I always compared myself to the other athletes. And being a left leg amputee, it was kind of a struggle for me to kind of compete the same level as able-bodied players. And that really discouraged me. In 7th grade, I was in a really low point in my life. And when I discovered Parasport Spokane, I understood that I could play on an even level playing field with the other athletes being in a wheelchair. And it just made me really happy because being in Parasport Spokane, all the other athletes were kind of had similar stories to me. And it made me feel a part of a community.
That's really wonderful. Now, as you said, you're in college. Do you know yet what career you want to pursue?
I'm majoring in exercise science, and I want to pursue occupational therapy. My coach for Parasport Spokane is an occupational therapist, and she kind of inspired me to pursue that career.
We certainly wish you luck.
Of course, thank you for interviewing me. It's really great.
Jackson's racked up quite a few impressive achievements. Not only did he win a Heisman High School scholarship, he set a number of state athletic records. But, as we heard, when he first started in sports, Jackson says his biggest challenge was trying not to compare himself to others. That's good advice for all of us. I'm Benjamin for Teen Kids News.